The collapse of Bitcoin is most definitely near, guys, and we have been warning about this event incoming for years now. I know a lot of people think it's FUD, but I honestly, full-heartedly believe that Bitcoin will collapse one day before it's probably revived. Okay, and that will be the final chance to buy Bitcoin, because it will come down, in my opinion. Proven by the charts, by the way. Okay, so I'm not lying here. Now, there are such events right now happening, maybe leading to that day. From Finance Lot, Coinbase Connor Grogan believes an $8 billion Bitcoin whale wallet has been compromised. If confirmed, this will be the largest Bitcoin heist in history. So now there's a theory that maybe this was a hack all along, right? What's funny is I could confirm this was not a hack or compromise, right? Where Arthur Brittle tweeted this out, guys, which he follows Roger Ver. So maybe it isn't, right? Though if it was, it would be crazy, because an AI can be found liable for a crime only if it voluntarily committed an act that was in breach of a criminal law with an intent to commit the crime. This is diabolical, guys. That means during a collapse, if nobody wants to be blamed, they could just use supposedly AI to bring everything down. Think about that. That's a crazy theory, isn't it? But no country or entity, organization will be liable for the collapse. Instead, maybe AI will do it. Think about it, right? Maybe we could build off of this theory, guys, somehow, some way. Now, you know what's so crazy to me? This is how I know that the person who activated this wallet knows about cryptos 100%, right? He isn't a noob, because imagine what it takes to not only hold what is now $1 billion, but to just send it all out with a single click and no test transaction. Okay, so these coins were transferred to different wallets 100%. They didn't even test out sending a single Bitcoin out. Because what you usually do, and when you're coming into crypto, what you learn about first is you always need guys, because it's always better to be safe than sorry. You always need to send a test transaction. Basically you send out a little bit of your crypto to the wallet you're trying to send it to, and then if it goes through, since you see it's successful, you send the rest. But what I used to do was I always do a test transaction, then I sent in increments, right? I don't fully send with one full transaction unless I'm lazy. That's how I used to be. But it's better to be safe than sorry. But this person who sent all his Bitcoins to different addresses or wallets, well, he didn't care at all. He just did it in one full swoop. That's how you know there's something deeper, guys, right? He is the market, so he definitely knows what he's doing here. Yeah. So now let's talk about why this is massive, guys. Because now we're starting to see certain narratives come out to play from Cointelegraph, Insight. Quantum computers could revive a lost Bitcoin by cracking old private keys. So they are now saying that, hey, maybe quantum computers is going to basically kill Bitcoin. Then we're going to be talking about the charts, because the charts say or tell the news, okay, and how it will collapse at some point in time. I literally have the proof. First things first, what is quantum computer? Well, remarkably, quantum technology first appeared in the early 1900s, and quantum computers could threaten Bitcoin's cryptographic systems, including the elliptic curve digital signature algorithms. Experts such as Adam Back and Michael Saylor argue that quantum threats to Bitcoin aren't a concern at present, because such applications require advanced quantum hardware, which may take years, if not decades, to develop. But that's what everyone believes. Imagine there was a black swan event with this type of narrative, guys, right? About hacking old and ancient Bitcoin addresses, wallets, reviving those coins, and the person who hacked it used this type of technology, right, to get in it. And what is he going to do with those coins? Sell it. But if it was a single individual, um, the governments will go after him unless it's a government that does it in a not too distant future that brings it down. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Right? Which is interesting. You know why this is odd? Because we know cyber attacks will take place in the near future, guys. That will bring it all down. I wonder if somehow these other narratives tie into that equation. I think so, right? So research and development of quantum computers is running at a fast pace, but is Bitcoin quantum safe at this stage? Not yet, but developers are working to upgrade the network to mitigate possible quantum risks, including breaking encryption. So it could disrupt the network and potentially break Bitcoin wallets by exploiting vulnerabilities in the asymmetric cryptography that secures them. So the risk becomes more significant as quantum computers advance, guys. So this is definitely a real issue. But again, there's a reason why black swans are called black swans for a reason, guys. Okay. Can quantum computers recover lost Bitcoin? What happens to lost Bitcoin when quantum recovery technologies allow dormant wallets to come back to life? Think of Satoshi Nakamoto's coins alone, which are estimated to be 1 million. That's crazy. Just send me like a percent of that. If a quantum computer cracks their wallets and releases the coins into circulation, it could lead to big market swings. Dun dun dun. Right? So the Bitcoin maxis would have to pray and hope to the crypto gods that this doesn't come into fruition. Will it, will it not? I don't know, but the charts tell me a different story here. A story that's maybe sinister and demonic as well, because this chart paints a picture. And it's painting a picture that most people will not see or notice until it's too damn late. But XRVOD is here to guide you. Why? Let's talk about it. This is Bitcoin on the 3 monthly charts, folks. 3 monthly charts. Each candle represents 3 months of time. Okay? What do you guys notice? Do you guys notice something? Pause really quick if you guys know what I'm going to say. Give yourself a pat on the back. But check this out. Have you guys noticed that Bitcoin's price is rising? Right? This is back like in 2010. And this is present day. And that's so odd because what else do we notice? This indicator has been falling throughout time. This is on the 3 monthly. The volume is decreasing since creation as well. That's a little bit strange, right? It's not moving higher. It's actually the indicators are telling us it's getting less and less and less, but the price is moving higher. What is that? A bearish divergence since creation, folks. The most diabolical indicator sign that I've seen to date that will collapse Bitcoin. I know nobody else will take this seriously at all, but I will, because I trust in the charts. The charts, there's a saying that the charts tell the news. And this chart, this is Bitcoin again, right? This chart is telling me this bearish divergence that's been happening since creation, by the way, will at some point in time have an effect on Bitcoin. And when it does, a bearish divergence of one, like a triple bearish divergence, guys, right? On the 3 monthly time frame here, maybe a fourth, right? Maybe a fourth. Later on, it depends when this will activate, but it tells me that it will minimum take this low, minimum, and probably this low, right? So if it does come down, that's how much is that? I can't remember. I think that's 3K, right? So it's gonna be under 3K, I believe. Probably maybe here, right? Maybe all the way back there, guys. Like at a K or hundreds of dollars, if not less, right? If this bearish divergence from creation actually plays out, is my thinking here. And remember, this is just purely on the charts, right? The news, you guys can see what the news says, right? So if you guys think I'm lying though, I don't know why my chart isn't as similar. Here, that's a clean bearish divergence. You guys see that? And look at this one. Look at this one, guys. This is the is that the RSI? I'm not quite sure. But again, it's just bearish divergences on the higher time frames throughout time, right? Just look at this, guys. indicators are getting less and less momentum, but prices keeps going higher. This will collapse at some point. That's why I said I will buy Bitcoin when it's cheap, right? So this tells me that price is being manipulated with low volume moving higher. They're selling, guys. They have to be, right? Each peak probably they sell a bunch and they wait for the next peak to keep selling because they need us for extra liquidity. If they all sold today, it would collapse. If they slowly sold throughout all these periods, nobody would even blink an eye, right? It'll go flying under the radar. So Coinbase director says a 2011 era miner is moving Bitcoin. The wallet once held 200k Bitcoin, now worth $22 billion, making it's a top 5 holder, right? So imagine all these sells. Just think about it. You think they're gonna hold on for dear life forever? I would realistically think they're going to cash out at some point, and when that cash out happens, it's going to be market sold, which is odd to me. Well, for now, I do believe we're going to go higher. Bitcoin profit, right? They all believe that Bitcoin's going to millions of dollars. It probably will head to over 6 figures, higher 6 figures before the collapse. But again, we are their exit liquidity. Don't be it, right? Not to mention, all these points, all this information points to XRP is the final version of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is the beta test coin, right? So, do you guys see what's happening here? But we warned of this, that money will probably flood into XRP at some point from Bitcoin to XRP, right? When the transfer happens, there's literally a XRP versus Bitcoin pairing, okay? Throughout time, it's been going higher. The real black swan is one day, what if it's a lot less than the previous years? The fountain for today's video: celebrate all forms of independence this 4th of July back in 2021, right? XRP will be independent of Bitcoin soon enough. Most definitely, the decoupling will occur soon. Not Most definitely. But it's myself, face amazing. See ya.